What's going on, guys? Seth Rose here from Seth Rose Life. This is take number 174. I think I'm going to start getting the hang of this at some point. This is my first video, or should I say screencast, and really like it so far. I'm laughing at myself here because I've done a few copies of this and I keep saying and it's really funny to listen to yourself talk because we really don't hear what we sound like too often. I mean, how often do you record yourself? Anyway, let's jump right into this. Today I want to talk about building discipline, creating habits, and staying organized using spreadsheets, or in this case Microsoft Excel. The importance of discipline, creating habits, and staying organized cannot be understated. That's how shit gets done. You know, discipline is this, something we want to achieve, and to achieve discipline you need to build habits, and to build habits you need to stay organized. And the best way to do that is using spreadsheets, or at least that's what I've found. And we live in the 21st century. You might as well take advantage of the technology we have. So let's jump right into this. This is nothing crazy, time of day going vertically, days of the week going horizontally. Let's highlight that there. And what you're going to do is, if you have an event, let's say you're going to meet some buddies at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday, hanging with the bros. So just fill that in there. And, I like this. It's because I have this up every day. I know exactly what I need to do every day, and hanging with the bros is not at the top of my list. It's not, something super important. Okay, I shouldn't say that, but that's not what this is for the most part, is these habits that I have off to the side. So I'm going to copy and paste this. Today is Thursday, and this is just a sampling of something that guys with a 9 to 5 might do, or at least I would suggest for that part, or for the most part. And I have this off to the side because instead of filling this out every single day, guys can just copy and paste it and put it right there, just for the sake of convenience. So, wake up, morning routine, leave for work, come back, exercise, dinner, etc., etc. This is absolutely by no means something you have to do. It's just a suggestion. Doing the same thing day in, day out may not seem exciting. I know it's monotonous and boring, but for the most part, if you wrote down what you did each and every day, it would probably be the same thing. You're not going skydiving one day and scuba diving the next. Maybe you are, but you're probably doing something more exciting than listening to this screencast, right, or watching this screencast right now. But for most of us, we have pretty routine lives, and take advantage of that. Don't jerk off 8 times a day and watch TV and play video games. Do something productive. And if you're watching this video, I hope that's what your life is about. At the bottom here, I have my main goals listed. Work on the website, get jacked. I know that sounds kind of douchey, but that's just how I like to describe it, just putting on size. You can have whatever you want down here. I have references for work, for hiding down below. I have prospects for girls that I'm seeing. That's down below. That sounds a little bit juvenile, but it's convenient at times for me. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this screencast, or what I really wanted to show you guys. And to preface this, I discovered this concept from a website called Kratos Guide, and the website's not active any longer, but the guy who operated it has a new site. I believe it's called fergusonross.com. But check out the article that I have in my article under further reading. It's entitled 16 Things You Should Do Every Day what I loved about the article is not the habits he recommended, but what you're staring at right here, and that is a way to keep track of your habits. So, again, like the times, you have your habits going here, and days of the week going there. And as you may have guessed, green means I did it, good job, go, whatever. Red is stop, fail, I didn't do it. And what is so powerful about that is that you're actually visualizing your successes and failures. As for the success, I'm not going to really pat myself on the back for that because that's something I should be doing every day. But the red, it just stands out so much. For meditation, I look at that and I say, wow, I've missed 3 days this week. I need to step my shit up. As for the website, exercise, and rating, those are at the top of my priority list. So I'm going to get those things done. And it's gotten to the point where, I don't really even need to record it. I know I'm going to do it anyway. And that's where you want to be with habits. It's at the point for me where I can't even conceive of not doing it. It just becomes so ingrained in my life. And that's really where you want to be, and that's how you create habits. So, I'm just going to go over these real quickly. This is a sample workout that I have. It's easier to keep track of. I can adjust that, make an exercise column here, put the sets, reps, stuff like that. And that's one of the great things about spreadsheets. Same thing with nutrition, blog ideas here. What are my goals? This is not usually blank, it's just hiding down below. I've got book lists. I've got a shit ton of books I want to read. I've got a future product coming out down the road. It's going to be free. It's about beating anxiety and depression. And again, hiding down below. And a grocery list. So as you can see, this is nothing revolutionary. This is not rocket science, but I found it super, super helpful. And back to this page. This is something I read like 2 years ago, and I've still implemented it, and I still implement it each and every day. And that's pretty amazing because I read a ton of articles every day, every week, every month, every year, and I'm sure you do the same. And it's so rare that something actually sticks with us that much, but this did, and it's so useful, and that is amazing. So we're about 8 minutes in. If you spent 8 minutes watching this, I hope you got something out of it. And if you're not going to take action at this point and you've just spent 8 minutes watching this, then you've wasted 8 minutes of your time, and that sounds kind of trivial, but if you're going to waste 8 minutes now, then you're probably going to waste 8 minutes later, and tomorrow, and the next day, and next week, and next month, and that adds up to years of your life wasted. So don't procrastinate, don't wait, take action today. Hope you enjoyed this. I hope to have more in the future. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to hit me up. I would love to give you some feedback, and hope to hear from you on my website soon.